but I didn't always start out as the manager. So in my job experience, I'm just telling about my personal experience, personal and professional. In my job experience, I worked in all the jobs in my department. And that's important too, if you're going to be a manager, to know every job in that department, you know, what it takes to operate that job. My experience, I worked with the Greenville Hospital System for 47 years. Like I said, all that time I was not a manager. I've been retired for 2 years, so I worked all my life practically. During my education, I went to Greenville Tech, graduated from Sterling High School, and I also went to several management classes. I was chosen to go to Leadership Greenville, which is a program that picks out certain leaders in the community or in workplaces, you know, and teach them all about Greenville and the way it operated. We went to a retreat, first of all. And in that retreat, we had a session called SimSoc. It's like a simulated society where you went to sessions and you had to keep everything going in the society in order to keep the society from collapsing. We had diseases, everything you could think of that came in. You in your session and you getting ready to go out and all of a sudden somebody come in and says smallpox. So you had to bring in all your resources and get rid of those things before you can go back into the regular session. Managing people requires a lot from you professionally and personally. So you've got to be able to give both ways. And one of the most important things I want to stress is to be on time. Typically, our people have a tendency to be late for everything. Being early helps a lot. When your people come in, you need to be there. You need to lead by example. You're responsible for everything in your department. If you run a department, if you manage a department. And this includes department needs, functions, and budgets. So you have to work on a budget in order to meet all your department needs. And during that year's time, you can't go over that budget or you go in the red. You know, you have to be able to operate within that budget during the time of year. You must follow and enforce all your company's policies. And this is where Joint Commission comes in. If you have written policies, we always had a policy manual, you know, policies on everything in the department, what you're supposed to be doing during the day. You have to have documentation of it. When Joint Commission comes, they want to see documentation of everything that you've done. If you can't produce that, you can't prove that I'm doing this. Documentation is a good key to management.